truthfully, if you want to do it for real fans, get the hell out of the way. So I can get them a ticket for $25 instead of more than that, you know? And then to take this opportunity and to make themselves, you know, this one's going to be a hard one because some people are mass murderers, but actually some of the people that kill should be killed. You know what I mean? You understand what I'm saying? There's a good to the bad side. Kind of like, was it Dexter? So these people kind of made a thing for their own thing that they were actually donating money from their side to that they had gained to the people. So there's some good. And that's what we talked about when we first came in here about people being the best that they are in the times that are worse. And if they donate money, good for them. I'm still, the next time I see them, I can't hide the fact that I wish that they found some other job to do. And as far as legislation, I think capital punishments are fair. Yes.
Let's talk about you plugging into the audience. I know there was a time when you used to dress up like a workman and go hide around and look in the audience and kind of get a feel, almost like somebody plugging into a wall. 30 minutes before this show tonight, give me your routine a little bit before you go up there. What's going through your mind? You haven't done this but about a dozen times in the last 10 years.
I know exactly. I'm going to be pacing around just like this, thinking the same thought everyone is how am I going to get in those pants? How am I going to get in those pants? I'm a little heavy than what we were on tour. But no, I think it's just going to be kind of like Vegas. I think I'm getting ready to take the warmest bath you could possibly take. Just get out there, and especially this week. One, you're coming home. But two, think about these people. I mean, the first thing I'm going to say to them, and I'm going to let it out of the bag right now, is they've done their job. Now it's our turn. It's going to be fun. And trust me, when this is what you do for a living, it sure beats working for a living. It's great. So I'm not really worried about anything. The thing I'll be worried mostly about is transition, how to get from one song to another, because that's something you just learn, you can't rehearse. And then one thing that'll be getting me is like nights when you have two shows, you have your building crews here that need it hard out because they have to turn it over and get doors and stuff. That'll be the only kind of business that I'll be working with that first show. But like I said, the rules are going to go out the window the first 3 minutes. You know, everybody's got a plan, but we'll see what actually happens. Yes, sir.
Hi, my name is Brooks Black, I'm with Fox News.
Hey, Brooks.
Hi, I was just wanting to know, as far as personally, any stories that you saw either during or after the flood that personally moved you, like maybe more about the flood, thinking more about the flood victims. Were you here?
No, I wasn't here. Brooks, forgive me, I don't know if you were here when we announced that we were going to do this. But I told a story that my wife, Miss Sherwood, was on the internet. And when she saw one picture, she grabbed her mouth. She said, "Oh my God, they say this is the Opry." And I looked at the Opry, and row 4 or 5 was just a pool of water. You know, it was just straight water. And the first thing out of my mouth was, "That's not real. They doctored it like the internet photos all are. You know, that's not real." So I kind of discarded it. And when I found out it was real, it started setting in. You know, and so you then start digging up everything, and you see the building that's passing the cars, and you know that's coming down the water that's passing on the cars. And then I start to be exactly what everybody else outside the city was. I was uneducated because something else on the planet was going on where all the press was going to. And so when we first came here for the press announcement, we talked about how that was one of the biggest matters of pride for me, is how this state has basically pulled itself out of this by its own bootstraps without any help from anybody else. Because no offense to our press, Nashville did not get the fair attention it deserved for the disaster it went through, because there was something else going on the planet that was disastrous in the coast. Nothing to take away from that, but sometimes too many bad things go on at once, and they don't all get their due. This was one of them. Yes, ma'am.
Hey, you said you're going to rehearse right after this, so I don't know if you had a chance to rehearse.
I was kidding.
With your entire band, but I know that's what's making this so much different than your Vegas show, so your entire band's going to be there.
Right.
Can you talk about your excitement of sharing the stage with them, and maybe phone calls about their excitement to finally be on stage again?
Very much so, and since you weren't born when we were on tour last, you'll like it. Everything was email pretty much, and you could just see the excitement in everybody's eyes. And it didn't matter what you loaded on them; they would always email you back with this excitement and thank you for letting me be a part of it. You know, Steve Warner's one of those guys that Steve Warner, come on, he was remember working on a street crew when he's talking about All Roads Lead to You, which is a song about a guy working on a street crew. You know, I remember when that song came out, and so Steve was always a hero of mine, even though we're just about the same age, because he started so young. And every time I talk to him about coming out and playing, all he can do is tell me, all he can say is thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And you gotta be kidding me, it's Steve Warner. But yeah, we're all excited, and because it's the same guys, it's gonna sound hopefully the same. It's gonna be fun. And my hope is in, like, we did a Walmart thank you gig in Kansas City, and the day after the first night, we all came together, and it says it felt like we never left. I'm hoping that's what we say tonight, you know, before the second show, if any of us make it to the second show, you know. So that's what I'm hoping. Yes, sir.
Do you have any recording plans?
We, I think we are doing this for the armed forces, I believe. Are we not, Miss Nancy?
Yes, we are. Toys for Tots.
Yes, Toys for Tots and the Marine Corps here, but Move TV was one of the guys that stepped up extremely quick and said, we'll do it all for free. And every day they kept bringing more gear in, and we going, wait a minute, you got this backwards, you know. But he says, no, we want to make the best we can, the best impression we can for everybody. So they're bringing, I don't know, 8 to 10, 12 cameras. They've got screens everywhere. Everything you see is for free, not for them, but for us. They brought it for free. And so in talking with Natalie Longbanese, she said, do you want to actually be able to pull this down for archival footage? I said, what I would love to do at Christmas is stream it for the armed forces, and that'd be the only place where you would see it. And streaming is kind of a weird thing, but they do have an hour segment that they're opening up on the armed forces for us, I think, next week. So we're going to be filming the first 2 or 3 shows and then piecing a little hours show together just for the armed forces guys, just to let the men and women of this country that are not within the boundaries of this country know that we miss them, love them, and appreciate them this holiday season.
Excuse me, Garth, it's the Armed Forces Network.
Yeah, what did I say?
Streaming.
Yeah, it's the Armed Forces Network. I told them they don't do streaming, so we're putting together that hour show for them. Is that correct?
Yes, please.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm Mike Arnold from Concert Blast, and every show, major show that you do, it seems like you always bring up some big artists. Do you have any big plans for surprises?
No, I mean, the sad thing is, everybody you'll see tonight that comes on stage has more Grammys than me, that, including my wife. It's a subject that comes up quite a lot around the house, too, you know, during arguments. So, no, but it's just us. It's our family. If you know us, you've already seen this show, you know, kind of thing, but it's kind of like bringing it back home. And then our job is to somehow make it better. And the thing that I really love when people go, you know, I love your Vegas show so much because just you and a guitar, and that's my favorite way to see you. My thing is always thank you, but that's nowhere near my favorite show. My favorite show is what you're about to see because it includes so many people, so many things. Jimmy Mattingly, I think, is Garth Brooks. I think I sell a lot of records because of Jimmy Mattingly, the fiddle player. I think I sell a lot of records because of Mike Palmer, the drummer. Dave Gant, the keyboard player. We've been together forever. We're actually approaching our Jiminy Christmas, doing my math. We're actually approaching our 23rd year together. So our 25th anniversary is coming up pretty quick for a lot of the guys in the group. And then also let's take Bandit Lights, a Tennessee-based company who provides lights for world tours for the biggest names that's ever played music around the thing. Tonight they are debuting what they call the Green Monster. This Green Monster is a new technology in lighting where the whole rig can actually change colors, not the lights, the rig itself. So I'm really excited with that. So a lot of the show tonight might be me doing, you know, this kind of thing, because I'm a fan, you know. So it's just, and these guys decided to debut it here tonight for this because it is a special reason. And again, everything they're doing is for free, which is just so smart. Yes, ma'am.
Kind of on that topic, can you talk a little bit about maybe the format of the show in terms of opening act, where maybe Trisha will fit in?
Yes, the opening act for us is Karen Rochelle. She is a Nashville artist. She's from Carolina, and she is a doll. And she is what I would love to see the future of country music be. She's not as the same age as a lot of the kids you're seeing today, so that might keep her out of being the face of country music to come. But she's, I think she's probably, there's a group of, when you say the most talented people in this business, and there's a group that none kind of set above. They're all in that group. She's one of them. And she's just one that we haven't heard singing, but when you hear her tonight, and then she'll be with us as background singers all night too. She was with us in Kansas City, And I made the mistake of letting her sing a song during my show. And I won't make that mistake again. She's got her own show now. And she'll front on the nights that we have 2 shows. She won't front on the second one because the turnaround needs to be quick. If not, we're going to have these people here till 1 or 2 in the morning, and we don't want to do that to them, especially on a school night for some of these high school kids have finals, tomorrow. And so she'll be there, and you're really gonna love her to pieces. And she's a doll, and she'll be signing every night in the arena after the show. So anybody that wants to come see her, I swear you'll meet one of the sweetest people you've ever met. Yes, sir.
Did your daughters see any of the Kansas City shows, and are they going to be here? What do they think of their dad and his full, the full show?
Our girls have finals too, so they can't be here tonight. Tomorrow is the last day of the finals, so I think we're bringing one of them. The Christmas train at home is a big tradition, and it's on tomorrow night. And then they leave for their Christmas holiday with Sandy Saturday. So 2 of them are going to see it. Allie, the one that really wants to sing, I can't keep her from here. And Polly, their nanny, who's like their 3rd grandmother, will be here. Her and Tammy are, and that's what Allie will come to see, those 2. So the one that probably fits this whole world a lot better, Dad, would quit school today and come out with us, if Dad would allow it. All 3 of them would quit school, but she'll good Lord willing, hopefully be here tomorrow. Yes, ma'am.
Janice Malone, Film Festival Radio Show.
Miss Janice.
I'd like to know, the preparation for you personally, was it as intense as putting together your Vegas show as or putting together this series of concerts?
Have you seen the Vegas show yet? Okay. Thank you. Well, let me warn you, okay? This is very dressed up for the Vegas show. Very. And all I'm missing is the guitar. And that's it. Same pipe and dressing. No logos. Just this. It's as scaled down as you possibly can get. I can show up 30 seconds before the show and be on stage 30 seconds where I need to be. It's that easy. Here, oh my God. Here has been, I don't know if you know a gentleman around town. His name is John McBride. But John McBride, he's like the modern day Sybil. He's got 80 characters inside his head working all at the same time. He carries 2 cell phones. I've actually called him and he said, hello. I said, John, everything okay? He goes, yeah, I'm on a conference call. That's how he works. He works with 2 phones. He's you can say, see you later, John, and he'll say it's 13 letters, say something else. He's one of those genius kind of Rain Man kind of guys, but just totally nuts, and he's very passionate about what he does. So he has been on my back for 3 or 4 weeks now, and this guy can fire up more emails than I can possibly imagine. I don't know how he does it, because I know he has to be driving during a lot of those. He just has to be. So he's just, so yeah, this has been quite a lot. And thank God for Tracy Greenwood, for John McBride, for Tammy Rose, oh my God, for Gig. Gig has called me and asked what the first song of the night is. He has asked me for the last 2 weeks, and we still don't know it yet. So we'll try and figure all that out. Yes, sir.
Yeah, Adam Gold from Nashville Scene.
Yeah, Adam,
Did- 2 quick questions. The first is, you talk a lot about your excitement and anticipation. How many hours of sleep were you able to get last night? And then the second question is, are you going to fly?
No, won't be flying. Sure. That takes a lot of rehearsal. You don't want to mess that stuff up. And as far as sleep, I sleep like a baby because I'm getting to do what I want to do. Adam, kind of a weird story. With Miss Yearwood's blessing, once the children get off to school and we feel like we can kind of be our own people, I have asked her blessing to fire this tour back up for 1 more tour because I would love to go from city to city, and I'd love to do it at a price that is reflective of what I feel should be out there that I'm not seeing. No offense to anybody, but people need a break, and they need fun. And so she has said yes. So if you can imagine, because when I started touring, Sandy and I were married, but we didn't have cell phones. So that it could be 7, 8 days before she'd ever hear anything from me because I was just a horrible husband that way. And so the guilt was always there. And then when you have children, the second they hand you that first child, you're like, I need to be home, I need to be home. And that went for 8 years of the 90s. So this is the first time ever you get to play without any guilt. So now I sleep like a baby, and I just couldn't wait to get here. But yeah, I thank God, and hopefully I won't do anything to keep myself awake. Usually I'd say after a show, you're going to go